Welcome back to our conversation with Tanisha Sullivan, president of the Boston branch of the NAACP. The convention will be here next July.
Yes.
What can we expect from it? What do you hope will come out of it in terms of the city and its image?
Oh, well, first I want to say that the National Convention is a time when delegates of the NAACP from across the country come together to really set the policy and the agenda for our organization for the coming year. And so it is a critically important business meeting for the NAACP. That being said, I think it also presents a very critical, quite frankly, opportunity for us as a city to be reflective about who we are and to be intentional about who is included, not just relative to the convention, but just every day in and around this city. And so what we're hoping to see is partners from across the city, government, business, philanthropy, academia, coming together in a way that we haven't before to talk about economic inequality in this city, educational equity in this city, health disparities in this city, and in an effort to really leverage this opportunity.
Of course, we don't always present a united front in this city when it comes to issues of race, and there was an example of that earlier this month, Tanisha, when the African-American artist Steve Locke announced he's canceling the planned memorial about the history of the slave trade that was planned for outside Faneuil Hall, mainly because of objections from you and the Boston NAACP. He said he has no idea why you oppose the project. He's brokenhearted about it and is moving to New York. Several members of the advisory board for that memorial wrote a letter to the Globe expressing dismay about the NAACP's role here. What happened?
So first, I want to be clear. The NAACP, we are deeply committed, as most people know, not just to talking about issues of race, but to ensuring that there is actual improvement when it comes to the quality of life of Black people across this country. That being said, having a memorial in the city of Boston that honors the legacy of our ancestors who died, who toiled through the slave trade here in this country, and for us to acknowledge as a city the role that Bostonians played in really supporting the slave trade, we believe is critically important. What we do take exception to, however, is how a memorial of that type comes into our city, comes into our community. We believe that it is important for us as a community as a whole to talk about it, and especially for the Black community as a whole to have a voice in what a memorial might look like, who might actually design the memorial, and where it might be.
And you felt that didn't occur?
That absolutely did not occur in this situation.
Okay. Well, look, unfortunately, our time has run out here, but we'd like to have you back sooner rather than later to talk a little bit about the new Boston superintendent and what's going on with the schools. Right. So much to talk about, so little time, but I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tanisha Sullivan, president of the Boston NAACP chapter. That's it for me. Now it's back over to my colleagues for much more WBZ News.